Okay, it's time for a new vlog as it's the first of the month, as in the 1st of November. And boy, as time flies, I mean, now it's near enough, we're only less than a month away, or more than a month away from Christmas. And for me, it just felt like it was the start of the year. And it's just how quickly time, like kind of flies with, you don't realize that how quickly things seem to be passing by. So yeah, it's near enough Christmas, and then before we know it, New Year's in 2025. Hopefully, it's a better year than 2024's been, so to speak. Yeah, but yeah, wow, how time has seemed to fly. Now, I kind of haven't really been up to much. Obviously, I've been getting one or two things here and there in preparation for the obviously Christmas coming up, and I'm the kind of person where I like to get one or two things slowly, so that by the time Christmas comes along, I've pretty much got everything, and you're not rushing around like a headless chicken trying to get everything and trying to panic in trying to get everything, which you see a lot of people doing. And then especially when it's crowded, and for me, I don't like being in kind of I get kind of claustrophobic when it's especially Christmas time when there's lots of people crowding you and then pushing and then I don't know, I just kind of don't like it. So I like to get my things out of the way. So I've got like the few days just to relax. And if I do have to get anything here and there, you kind of got it out of the way already. So, and that's what I've been doing. Now, I haven't been doing too much because about a week and a half ago, I pulled my back, went to pick up my backpack, and then something went in my back, and it's been painful ever since. Now, I have been doing, I'm taking like things like paracetamol, ibuprofen, and like rubbing like deep heat in it, and then having hot baths and massaging it just to sit and then doing stretches just to get things going. It's one of the things where you don't kind of want to overdo it because you don't want to kind of make it worse, but then you don't want to underdo it so it becomes too stiff, and you want to get the things going out. Right now, I can actually feel it really tugging on my back, so it kind of really hurts. I'm hoping it gets better sooner rather than later. And I pulled it just like a few months ago before, and that took a long while for it to heal, and that was a it's just the discomfort like which I wouldn't wish upon anybody when it comes to having these kind of things. So hopefully it gets better soon, so I can start getting to do the things I need to do, because there's lots of things I need to do around the house, and I just haven't been able to do it, to be honest. And there's been other health things, but I don't really want to bore people with that. But what I will say about like with life is that make sure, for me, that you look after your health, because at the end of the day, you've only got one body, and to me, your health comes first above anything else, whether it's work or whatever it happens to be. Because you don't want to end up doing something and then doing something really kind of severe. And obviously, with my case, with losing a few family members, whether it's been in, I don't know what regardless of it's been natural or not, it's kind of made me more conscious about looking after your health, and kind of also your mental health as well, because especially with social media where you get there's a lot of division on there with people fighting and abuse, with its bullying, racism, sexism, transphobic stuff, and then people just being nasty and it can be overwhelming. So it's about sometimes you have to distance yourself away from stuff like that and look after your mental health. So it's just not only a physical thing into the looking after your health, but also a mental thing. So make sure you put your health above anything, above all else. That's my I can't quite put it. What's the right word? It's my words of wisdom for the month. Speaking of like drama, one of the things that's really kind of pissed me off for social media is all the drama that's been going on with gaming, and there seems to be more drama about with gaming rather than enjoying gaming. And yeah, I know I'm very old school when it comes to, like, for me, I've always loved playing video games across when it started with Nintendo, then eventually with done stuff with played Sega stuff, and obviously with PlayStation, and now we're in the late bloomer with Xbox. And they all have their pros and cons and stuff, but I like to think that the pros outweigh the cons, and they all have something to bring to the table. So I'm sick and tired of people saying, "Oh, the Xbox is better than PlayStation, PlayStation's better than the Xbox, and all Nintendo's better than PlayStation, Nintendo's better than Xbox, etc., etc." It's just ridiculous to me. To me, whichever system that you prefer playing, just play and enjoy it. Don't kind of like hate other people just because they don't like the same video games or video game format that you do. I mean, they all play video games. They're all there to entertain and to bring forms of entertainment, which is what they're there for. And for me, I've got such a backlog of video games across the different formats to play, and there's so many other video games that I still want to still have there in my collection. I know some of it it's just simply because of the fact they're still very expensive, especially with the next gen, and I kind of really want. So for me, there's a lot. So I tend to just wait until they either go on sale or I just buy them secondhand, or maybe you gifted them on birthday and Christmas. So yeah, I'm not really a fan of all this stupid drama that goes on social media. Just for me, just enjoy your games and don't belittle other people. I always like my console's more powerful than yours. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. It's the individual person. If you enjoy that console and you're not playing the latest version, you don't have the latest console like everybody else has, and you're enjoying where you are, enjoy it. But don't. But and if you're somebody that's got you got the latest console, obviously like the PS5 Pro is coming out, don't belittle people just because they're just gonna maybe just stick to the PS5, which is what I'm gonna do. Or belittle people because you think your machine's more powerful than anybody else's. It's just silly. At the end of the day, just enjoy your gaming. Gaming is about gaming. Gaming is about enjoyment and about entertainment. And especially during when obviously the pandemic happened, that was a lot of a source of entertainment for a lot of people when they couldn't go out and see loved ones and going through a hard time, especially if you're living alone. And so video games, same thing with movies, really can get you through hard times. I think, and even music, that's done a lot for me. And when I was a youngster, especially with music and video games and comics and stuff. So don't be the belittle people. Just enjoy what you have to and doing. None of this drama and wokeness which people are putting into every YouTube video now, and it's just ridiculous. I just want to sit there. For me, when I'm doing my video game playthroughs and stuff, whether I'm good at it or not, it's about the entertainment and the entertainment value of the game that you're playing. Even if you're not great at it, like I've been doing with the Street Fighter 2 games, I've been really rusty. But it's still it's frustrating when the game is hard, but it's the enjoyment. And that's what it's about. So when you see people moaning about wokeness and diversity in video games, who gives a crap? Just play. If you don't want to play those kind of games, don't play them. I'm sure there's something for you or for anybody. There's something for everybody. Just sit there and enjoy your video games. Don't worry about what everybody else is just sitting there and doing. I thought it was a bit disappointing, obviously, with what happened with Concord, with the video game, and everything being cancelled and people being refunds, and now PlayStation closing two of the studios that they purchased, and that's a real shame, really. That hopefully that they move the people around into different jobs, and hopefully they don't lose their jobs. Although, having said that, with Sony, I do find it very strange that whenever Sony do a bad business practice, they always put out something positive. So like so something bad happened with Concord when they released the stuff to do with the PlayStation 5 Pro 30th anniversary edition, and then that came out, and then obviously now you've heard these two studios closed, and then now you had certain YouTubers or influencers being given the PlayStation 5 Pro, and it always seemed that Sony seemed to always do this. And for the fact, if it'd been Xbox especially with Xbox going for a bad time right now, if Xbox had done what happened with Concord and closed two studios within, obviously the game got cancelled within less than 2 weeks, Xbox would have got ripped into. So I know that Sony seemed to get away with a lot of stuff, but that's neither here or there. But yeah, dumb, really. And you would have seen I did a mystery parcel unboxing, which my brother kindly let me unbox. It was his idea, and you would have seen that there were a couple of comics in it, part of the Absolute event that's happening in DC Comics. And it was really nice to see that one of them was a foil edition, was the issue 1 of Absolute Batman. And that foil edition looked absolutely awesome. So if you're into comics, whether it's DC or even comics in general, and you want to get these, I wouldn't stand by and wait for these issue 1s to to decide whether you're not going to buy it or not, because these issue 1s, I've read with comics, sell out really quickly, especially the variant covers like the foil one. So if you want to, I would suggest getting If you really want to get those comics, get the issue 1 of the Absolute Comics that have been events that have been released, and get them while you can as first print of what. The likelihood is that they will be releasing them as second prints as well, but they will be getting expensive, especially the variant covers. So that was from Forbidden Planet that my brother got those that parcel from. I have another parcel that I unboxed like a few hours ago, and that's from Forbidden Planet again. And I think if you liked that mystery box, then you're going to love this mystery parcel as well. So I think you're absolutely gonna love on what's actually in it. And who knows, there might be some more coming along. I don't know. That's obviously down to my brother. So again, a big thank you to him for allowing me to unbox it, which he didn't have to sit there and do, because it's his money that bought the products. Anyway, what also I did is that I bought Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Now, I normally don't buy the Call of Duty games on day release, or because most of the time for me, it's some of it's the price of the games, some of it's been a lot of catching up on the games, and some of it's obviously to do with whether or not I feel the game, people complain that it's just every year it's the same old game. One year, sometimes it's Treyarch, and then sometimes it's another company, it's somebody else doing it. But then there's a lot of people complaining that they think that that the Call of Duty games have been getting a bit been getting a bit too same. Similar with the FIFA Stroke FC games. But what was the deal breaker with me getting Call of Duty Black Ops 6 was the fact that I mentioned that on the video, on the unboxing of it, that on the As the Rewards app, they gave you £16 off of the price. So it was £56, and it would have, so with the £16 that they give you, it goes down to £40, and you can use that on at the time on the Series X version or the PS5 version of it. So for me, when I went in to go and get it, it didn't matter. I initially was going to get it on the PS5, but if they didn't have it on the PS5, I would have got it on the Series X either way, so it wouldn't have mattered. I did play the Call of Duty Black Ops 6, the private beta, and then eventually the open beta, and I actually thought it was quite, once you sit there and you kind of unlocked all the weapons and all the additional things, it was quite decent. And again, some of it, there are problems with the multiplayer, with the respawning and being killed instantly, and then the internet speed and you shooting before someone else and they killing you first. But there are times when you could, have a decent multiplayer game. But most of the time when I used to play the Call of Duty games, especially when I started from the PS2, and then the PS3, and then I even got Call of Duty Black Ops 2 on the Wii U. I mostly would play because I got fed up with the multiplayer. I would mostly play the campaign, and that's what I genuinely used to sit there and play with the Call of Duty games. Whereas I know people these days now play the multiplayer first because they want to level up and get the best, whereas then play the campaign last, because obviously whether or not the games are that the campaign is long enough. But I took a gamble on that, paid us for £16 off, so it ended up becoming 40, and then I had some extra reward points, so I took a further £4 off of that, so I ended up paying 36. And yeah, and from what I've seen of the reviews of the campaign, which generally speaking, from what I've seen, whether it's the big sites or the independent YouTubers, they all seem to love the campaign, and they've added some new kind of elements into the campaign, which if you've seen the reviews of it, you'll know what I'm talking about with like with unlocking certain things, unlocking safes and finding money and being able to upgrade these certain things. And that's kind of, I do give them credit that they've actually tried to do something and bring something fresh to the Call of Duty, and especially the Black Ops franchise. So I'm glad I took that gamble and actually did that. And when it comes to the unboxing video, that's been doing quite well in terms of reviews, so I've been really pleased about that. Obviously I'm not monetized because I'm not making any money on YouTube yet, but it's nice to see that I'm getting some good views, and hopefully people will like the video and subscribe to my channel, which if you already haven't, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. And so I'm really glad that I took the punt and got that game. And what the deal breaker again was the £16, and the fact that the £16 was only valid, voucher was only valid for 2 days. So from the start, So it was from the day of release, and I think which was the 25th, I think, to the 27th of October. So it was only 2 days. So I'm glad I sat there and I decided to sit there and do that. And again, the views speak for themselves. So I'm really happy about that. And I will play at some point. And as I was saying on the unboxing video, I'm so far behind on the Call of Duty games. I think the last couple of games that I've played is the Call of Duty Ghosts, and I think Call of Duty. I think it's Advanced. I think it's Call of Duty. Let me have a look to see. I haven't played. I think it's the one with Kevin Spacey. So I'm trying to figure out. If you can bear with me. I picked up the wrong one, man. That's Ghosts. Yeah, the last Call of Duty game that I played was Call of Duty Ghosts and Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, which I did do a playthrough. I know I definitely did one of this. Ghosts, I don't know if I actually did do. And obviously, you got the main bad guy was Kevin Spacey, and then with that is more, you got the campaign, multiplayer, co-op, and EXO survival. So, and I did do some online gaming of that, although you do need PlayStation Plus subscription to play the multiplayer online. So yeah, so that means the next one I'm assuming I think is Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. So and then there's Call of Duty World War II. But the games that I don't have is I'm trying to think. Yeah, I've got Black Ops 3 because I've done a video on that. Black Ops 4 I do not have. I don't know if that's the one where it's just the multiplayer, not the campaign. I'll have to have a look when I'm in CEX and also see how much it is. And then Call of Duty Black Ops 5, obviously I didn't realise that was Call of Duty Cold War. That was essentially Black Ops 5. And then you've still got Call of Duty Vanguard, the remake of Call of Duty Modern Warfare, which I bought, I'm trying to think, a few weeks ago on PlayStation 4. So I've got Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the remake. There's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 of that remake, which I haven't got yet. And then there's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, which I haven't got yet. But all those games I have, from Advanced Warfare to Black Ops 6, I have played the multiplayer, whether it's been in a beta or an open beta. I've played them all online, but I've not played the campaign or got the game. So I've at least got, I think, 4 Call of Duty games that I still need to kind of get. But I'm definitely considering doing Infinite Warfare. Maybe that may be one of the next games I start playing. And I definitely need to finish off Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. I've only got one mission on that. And I think it's labelled as Mission 46, which is the big reveal. So I will be streaming that on Twitch. Don't think I'll be exporting that to YouTube, because the music on that, which is a bit of a pain in the ass right with that game. Because when you're collecting the cassettes, it's fine. But when it's playing it in cutscenes or during a scene, it's, well, hard to kind of cut out. I've also, so I'm going to finish up that. And I've also been doing Forza Motorsport, which I've been absolutely loving. Most of the games I've got across the different systems, whether it's PS5 or the Xbox Series X, I really do at some point want to get a 4K TV and really kind of experience how the details of how they look on 4K. That's one reason why Horizon, not Horizon Forbidden West, Horizon God, I'm trying to. I can't even think of the game now. The Horizon game. I need to finish off that game, and then but I don't want to, because I really want to see what that game looks like in 4K. I mean, obviously you got Forbidden West, obviously that came out, and I want to see that in 4K as well. So I just want to really see those games, especially the first game. I want to see like in Horizon Dawn, or what was it called? So I really want to sit there and see that in 4K. So that's why I haven't been hesitant not to completely finish it. So yeah, so there's lots of games that I really want to sit there and really start doing a lot more games, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's the casual gaming, or on Twitch. But again, you know, how things I want to do, but I want to sit and start really putting out really pushing out to different content. I've been doing a lot of Blu-ray unboxing videos, which I hope people will like. So I got some that I bought months ago and I still need to upload. Some that I actually even filmed yet, and I got a couple that are actually coming. So if you're somebody that's into like Blu-rays, you're going to be in for a treat for the amount of, whether it's Blu-ray and movies or TV shows. I've got this one particular Marvel one that's cut. I'll give you a clue of that. There's a Marvel one that I've ordered of a TV show on Blu-ray. So I hope people will kind of like that. I'm moving this camera up. And I accidentally damaged my my Flash artifacts. I think it's called Artifact statue. So some of the paint's chipped off. So I'm trying to find the right paint so I can kind of patch it. Although it won't be 100%. But you know, I'm trying to on a hunt, trying to find something that's close enough that will, you know, that I can paint. So that's accidentally happened. So it's on a hunt to find the closest equivalent. Or I think it's metallic paint. I'm kind of going to need right for that. So yeah, and I've been enjoying a lot of the TV shows. You've got Star Trek Lower Decks, which is on its 5th and final season. It's up to, they've done the first 3 episodes so far. And so far, I'm really going to miss that show. And I do recommend watching that. Even if you think it's kind of silly, and especially if you're a Star Trek fan, watch it, because I think you'll definitely enjoy it. Along came Agatha. No, sorry, it was Agatha All Along. Just finished, and I enjoyed that as well. So I recommend watching that. You've got The Penguin, season 1. I think it's up to this episode 7. This upcoming Sunday, so I've been really enjoying that. The Colin Farrell's Penguin, he's really good in that, and the actress that plays Sophia Marcon, oh, she's absolutely fantastic, and she gives you the chills, especially with her big eyes. So if you haven't watched that, definitely recommend watching The Penguin. I've been watching the Frasier season 2 revival series. Gotta catch up on that. I've been watching Knight Rider season 1. I got maybe like 6 or 7 episodes of season 1 to watch. I've been watching that Sylvester Stallone show that's on Paramount Plus, called Toulouse King, or Tusker King, or Toulouse King, wherever you pronounce it. That's on season 2. I highly recommend watching that as well. Been watching also, it's gonna be a sad to see this end, Superman and Lois season 5, which is the last season. It's about halfway through now, because I think it's 10 episodes into this final season, and it's been really heartbreaking. And you would think that with it being the last season, having less episodes, that, you know, trying to cram everything in 10 episodes, which I think it's 10 episodes, that, you know, it would be over crammed with, you know, with too many story plots. And it's actually, I think it's actually made it better in a way, because everything is moving along at a fast pace, and it's at this breakneck speed, to a point where there's a lot going on, but without being overwhelmed with too many plots and character developments. It's just been really good at it. It's really steady pace, and it's very interesting to see how they end it, or whether or not we're going to get any cameras or any surprise things happening. But it's been really great. The Lex Luthor in this is absolutely brutal, and I love the way that they've taken the Doomsday plot and adapted it for this particular show, and it's absolutely worked. So it's given it something familiar with the Doomsday story arc, but giving it a slightly fresh take in it, which I think actually still works in that universe and with Superman and Lois. So yeah, highly recommend watching Superman and Lois. I did buy the series Hunter season 1 on DVD, and I remember because the Shout was streamed, I think still are streaming that from seasons 1 to 7. And again, as I said in the video, that I used to watch that as a kid. It was on ITV really late, but we didn't get all the seasons. Then, and they only showed the first 2, and then by the time I got satellite TV, they'd already completely shown all the seasons of Hunter. So now I'm watching. So eventually I will get back to watching season 1 again. I'm actually really enjoying that, and I do want to collect the complete season of Hunter from seasons 1 to 7. So yeah, that's pretty much kind of it really in terms of what's kind of been going on with me. And again, I think things are a bit hectic because obviously with Christmas, and then obviously I've just blown out my back, so it's kind of really painful. So again, I know I keep saying this. There's a lot of things that I say saying I'm gonna do, but I need, like, especially with Metal Gear Twin Snakes on GameCube, which I'm still gonna do. I'll maybe do the first hour of that. Although I keep saying that I will do that at some point. So don't think I've kind of forgotten. I got some statues, superhero statues, and even some figures that I still need to unbox, and I think people are actually going to really enjoy them. And maybe I might get a couple more during the Christmas for Christmas, or maybe I might get given them. So yeah, there's lots of content on my channel. So you know, if you're a new subscriber or an old subscriber, you know, and you haven't, or maybe you haven't subscribed at all, subscribe to my channel, because there's going to be a lot of content coming up between now and especially obviously come up to Christmas. I want to, you know, entertain people with no drama or politics or people complaining about things that are being woke. So yeah, that's basically me over for this month, and we'll see you again next month for the festive Christmas month of December.